The Trojan War. After 10 years, the battle between the Greeks and the Trojans had reached a stalemate. So the Greeks came up with a plan: build a massive wooden horse, hide soldiers inside, and sell the entire Greek army away. The Trojans brought the horse into the city of Troy and celebrated. But at night, the Greek forces slipped out of the horse and opened the gate to the city. The returning Greek army entered Troy and slaughtered everyone. The Trojan horse is one of the most famous stories in Greek mythology. Today, it's a metaphor. It's something that's intended to subvert from within by deceptive means. In 1985, Nintendo had their own Trojan horse, only he was a robot, and his job was to get the Nintendo Entertainment System into stores that were no longer interested in video games. His name was Rob. So after the video game crash, no retailer wanted to touch video games. Nintendo knew people still wanted to play video games, so they redesigned the NES to look more like a computer and use Rob as like an interactive toy. And getting to the point, it worked. They sold the bundle along with a Mario Brothers bundle, and the rest is history. Today, I have my own Rob that I bought several years ago. It wasn't working then, but I wanted it more just to display, so I was fine with that. Now I have kids, and the other day my son asked about it and really wanted to play it, so let's fix it. Rob does come with a lot of stuff. He comes with a high-speed spinner. He comes with a tray with 2 buttons that presses on a controller for you, and the base to hold those 2 spinners. He also did have other attachment for another game, but I don't have those. So these are the spinners. They still have the protective peel. Nice and shiny. They just spin up like crazy and press the buttons on the controller for you. Okay, so let's just get some batteries in here and test out and see if it works or not. Okay. It looks like we got some battery damage. Battery leakage. Yeah, we got more of the blue stuff. My favorite kind of stuff. This side doesn't look as bad as the other side. Well, I guess we could start by putting in batteries in here and see if it even works. On switches right over here. Hold on to your butts. Ah. Bad switch. Yeah. Ah, man, it's not looking promising. Alright, 4 screws for the base. Oh, so this is like a self-contained thing, so it looks like it didn't get onto the circuit board, but it looks like the same thing as like that power glove. It's just that flux is everywhere. Oh, looks like it did leak here, and it does go down in there. Oh, I guess I could have taken that out. Ah, jeez. Look at that. That's nasty. I didn't want to desolder it, but I guess it broke off anyways. I just want to get all this corrosion off, just so it... Ah! I lost it. There we go. That's much better. What is that? Ew, what is this? It's like soft. What is... I mean, I know there's a lot of gears in here, so maybe it's grease. We're just gonna go with that. So I'm just gonna cut this wire back so I get a fresh unoxidized wire. Cut it back. Okay, so this piece was broken. So I glued this back together. So now it's one piece again. The problem is that there's like a conductive strip that runs under here and ran around this edge that this wire was attached to. The problem is that it's all corroded, and I soldered to it, and then when I was putting it down there, that ripped up. And then I moved it down a little bit down here, glued the wire here sort of like a strain relief. Still didn't work, and it ripped it up all the way to here. My understanding is that this base rotates. You can see it down in here. So this rod rotates around, and then when that thing hits this, it will push up on this like plastic wedge and pull up and break the contact. So it should be in contact all the time, and then it breaks the contact, and then it knows its position based off of that. So theoretically, I could run a wire under here and then just out, run a wire in here, run this out to this wire out here somewhere, theoretically. Very tiny, basically like hair. I should be able to put it underneath, and then I can solder it down. Let's flux this up and see if we can tack down this side and this side. Okay, so that's making a connection. So that should be good, and that will lift off. Alright, let's try to put this down here and not have it destroy itself. Alright, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Alright, so it looks like the negative corroded off. See if I can't get these contacts out of here. Well, that came out easier than I thought. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. I like that. That's nice. The contact actually touches the battery. Looks pretty good. I'm going to take these out. I'm going to soak these in some vinegar and see what happens. Alright, so I just got a bowl with some vinegar. Just going to put these in here. Put the screws in here too. These screws are nasty. This one looks a little rough. It looks like it'll clean up pretty good. There you go. There's one. Yeah, this wire is not taking solder, so we need to cut this back and take out this oxidized, nasty wire, and then we'll attach this new fresh wire to the battery container. And while we're in here, I'm going to do the red one too. Of course, this wire is like heavily oxidized. I think that's okay now. That's solid. Alright, let's put the batteries back in and see what happens. Alright. Hold on to your butts. Ha! There it goes. Alright, so it's going to go all the way to the left. Should come all the way back to the right. Checking all the depth stops. Okay. I think it should have done a little bit more than that. I think it should have gone all the way back to there and then back. So I can't test this until I get out the game and we line this up with the screen, and then this light will light up. The problem is that I don't have a CRT TV in here to test it. Oh, but I think I do have a little one though. I mean, it's really little, but it should work, I think. Oh. Okay then. I think Rob agrees. I'll go get it. Wait, look. The light's on. That's weird. It says he's ready to go, but you're supposed to calibrate it. It's just looking at me right now. But it's supposed to calibrate to the TV when that light turns on. I don't know what's going on. Oh, there's the other limit. Oh, light's back on again. And I think something's tripping out. But let's test it first before I go opening it back up again. Because if it's other stuff that's up in here, or maybe up in the brains, up here, there's a lot of gears and everything that I don't really want to get into. We can test the spinner though next. See if we turn that on. All right. Here's a spinner. And look, I have batteries this time. I actually went out and got some batteries. Let's open this up. Okay. That's cute, I guess. And this is why we don't leave batteries in things. Yeah. Ooh. Nasty. It's not my day. Well, let's get this apart and see if there's any battery leakage in here. It didn't look like it. Hopefully it was just on that negative terminal and it just corroded that end. Well, it looks okay. The solder, everything looks okay down here. Nothing looks like it got down in here. It just looks like it's this thing. But I am going to have to unsolder this to get it out. There we go. Put it in our vinegar. Oh, Rob's going crazy again. Well, he stopped. Oh, the light's back on again. That's... yeah. First my Power Glove was possessed. Now my Rob's possessed. Oh, cool. Fantastic. That's nice. I guess I'm not going to need that. Well, it looks okay. Ah! Rob's going off again! Alright, it's back together. Let's get a battery in. We should have enough contact here for this battery. Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa! No! Spoilers! So, the switch isn't working? Seriously? Everything I touch is possessed. Not sure what could be wrong. Maybe a wire's touching or something underneath? Thought it was like that. Switch was in here. Now let's put the battery in and see if it still does it. Oh, I get nothing now? What the heck is going on? This is fascinating. Okay, that's continuity between the switch. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty sure this needs to make contact. This needs to turn like this. I guarantee this battery connector pushes this down. But I don't think it's making a connection because it's dirty under here. If I lift this up, it's dirty. So maybe that's what it is. So I have continuity here. Clean it off though and see if that makes any difference at all. I think this thing does rotate around. Is it supposed to be in here a certain way? I thought it was this way. So yeah, because it sits down in pretty good. There's a spring in here with some old grease. That looks like that just presses on this. Give this a little bounce. I killed it! This is going through here. Yeah, see this goes through here, through the switch, through here, through the resistor. So this does need to make contact. Am I not getting voltage? Okay, now the voltage is going through. Do I have voltage here? Okay, now I have the voltage. Did my motor die? Oh, man. Okay. So it's working now. Don't know what I did. Don't know if it needs to be down far enough. There's a limiter on it or something, but yeah, see this does have to be pressed down. It makes the connection and then this will spin up. Is something not pushing this down? Okay, so it works like that. This thing is supposed to, there's notches on the bottom. I'm assuming is what rests on that. Was there a piece in here or something that, So it makes me think that maybe there was something in here that pressed down on this. And now maybe I've lost it? I don't know what the reasoning would be to not have this touching. Am I going insane? Well, don't answer that. I already know the answer to that one. No, what? There had to have been something down there that was pushing on it. I'm done. I think I'm just gonna solder it closed. I'm done. None of this makes sense. Make it make sense. Well, there we go. I guess if it blows up the motor, I guess it blows up the motor, but I don't see why it would blow up the motor when, I mean, there's no power to it when the switch is off, and every time it's turned on. Don't know. Let's clean off this flux. Or not flux. Rust. Nice. Perfect. Ah! Ah! I forgot no screws. I didn't put the screws in. Stop it. Perhaps someone can tell me in the comments why it matters that that's not soldered down. I don't see myself using this enough to damage it, even if it isn't supposed to be soldered down. But hey, what do I know? I still say I'm missing a piece that goes underneath there that was pressing down on it, like a little piece of foam, or maybe they did solder it down or something from the factory, but it got corroded, and that's all that stuff I wiped off with. Maybe it was already connected, but me going in there messing around with it, unconnected it. Hello? Something's weird. It shifted out. Oh man. Well, welcome to the video. This is the whole video. This is the video of me taking apart the disc spinner for an hour. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I know I have. Who would have thought that just a little motor with a battery would be so complicated to take apart and put back together? Or maybe it's not complicated at all, but it's just because it's me. All right, finally. Let's put a spinner on it and see if it works. There we go. So we should be able to grab this. Whoa, you can't you can't see it, but you can feel it just pulling. It like wants to pull. It's like, oh, it's crazy. This thing's no joke. Okay. Pardon me, Rob. Okay. It's a beast. It has a tiny screen we need and a radio, but we don't care about the radio. The only problem is, well, maybe a couple problems. I have the video in and out I need, and the audio out I need. I don't have this AC cable. I do have a DC jack because there is a battery on the bottom. So I guarantee you it's not charged, and it probably doesn't even work. But let's get this open and then we'll see. I can just power it with my bench power supply. Where does this come off? Hello? Oh, there we go. Nice. Yeah. So I'm guarantee you this doesn't work anymore anyways, even if I did charge it. Oh, caution. It contains toxic materials. Avoid I thought it said avoid snorting. It's shorting. Do not charge in a gas-tight container. Okay. What did that say on here? 12 volts, 3 amps. Okay, there's negative, positive. There we go. And that way I can kind of run these. I can maybe run these out through the same way that this jack is run through. Like this and like that. Nice! See what it does. Not taking anything. Did my connections rip off? This video's about fixing a Rob, not a TV. Oh man, I'm freaking stupid. What am I doing? The jack needs to get plugged into the side. There we go. Now let's see what it does. That's good. I can hear something. It's taking amps. Ah! It's alive! Video. Audio. And now let's just do a quick test with Super Mario Brothers 3. Right. Oh, yeah, turn on the TV. Channel. All right, looks like it's coming in. Let's turn off this light so you can see a little better. There we go. And let's give it power. See if this baby works. Ha! Yeah, that's right. It works. Let's see. Ooh, that's loud. It works! Nice! Let's turn you off. So now that works, let's change out the game to... Well, I'll change out the game. Let me go grab the game. For Gyromite, I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. I got Gyromite. Let's try this out. So we got Rob down here. It's gonna be a little dark. You can still see him. It's fine. Put the spinner back here. All right, this goes in the front. No, no, everything out of the way. All right, I think we're good. Nice. Okay, so there's test on the screen right here. I don't know if you can see that. So we test it. It's flashing the screen. We gotta line up his head. Head's blinking. And then let's start a game. So if I press select on this controller, it should turn the screen blue. Or does it start? No, it's start. So press start, screen turns blue. So any action now I press on here, Rob's gonna do. So if we go down, there he goes. Start, turn, there we go. And he's hitting all the depth stops. So he's underneath this button now. Perfect, now he's right underneath this button. So me fixing that switch, it did fix those depth stops, or I can call them depth stops, but basically the stops of the switch that he has around here. So let's bring him up. Nice. Now let's turn on the spinner. Bring him over here. I don't have hands. I thought I had hands, and I don't. I can 3D print some, but I can't be bothered with that right now. We're doing this. So let's see if I can pick it up without the hands. There we go. And then close the hands. Nice. Lift up the hands. Hopefully, let's see. Oh, no, no. Stay, Rob. Oh, 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 oh. It's wiggling. It's not balanced. Stay in, Rob. No, wrong way. Is it a blue one that I need? I think it's a blue one. So lower this down. Lower this down. Nice, we made it. Open the hands. Nope, that's closed hands. Open hands. Yes! It works! Alright, now I can move through. I don't know if you can see me. I'm moving. Ooh, nice. Pick up the radish. I can put the radish here. Can I pick that back up? Let's close around it again. Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, he's gonna eat this. Mick's gonna eat it. Now go, go, go! Oh, great. Now I gotta pick up another one and go to the other thing. This game's not very good, unfortunately. And I think I've proven my point that... Turn that off. Oh, and I'm dead. But I think I've proven my point that it works! And it's the perfect time, too. Because my kid's out of school. So now we can play this together. And then it's gonna go back on the shelf.